Hello, beautiful people. Welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome back. If you are a returning supporter, I always have last minute things to do. Probably should have turned that down. Always got last minute things to do. I'm super excited. I'm super excited about tonight. Mm, 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 mm. Um, Super excited. I feel like this topic has been a long time coming, and I'm super excited about it. Um, Let me go ahead and, if you are a YouTuber, not necessarily Vaseline, but Carmex, Blistex, lip gloss, anything will be your best friend, especially out here in these YouTube streets, because people be screenshotting. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me for Sunday Night Dinner and Convo. Thank you for joining me for Sunday Night Dinner and Convo, Nurturing Conversations. Tonight's topic is giving yourself permission. I'm gonna go ahead and get my disclaimers out of the way. Whoa. I'm gonna get my disclaimers out of the way, and then we're gonna get into tonight's topic. I do not tolerate disrespect in any way, shape, form, or fashion towards me or anyone that appears on the screen or anyone that appears in the chat. There will be cuss words. There will be tears. Like right now, my eye has an eyelash in it. Um, if you appear on this chat, if you appear in the chat or on screen, oh, hold on. If you appear in the chat or on screen, you are giving me permission to broadcast you on every platform which this here live is being broadcasted on. If you are joining me on YouTube, it's Chelles Closet. Hello. If you are joining me on Facebook, it's Ratio Life. It's really Chelles Closet. It's all the same thing. And if you are on Twitch, it is Midwsthumnbrd TV. But hi, handful of mama, it is going to be transferring over to Chelles Closet on Twitch. So thank you all for joining me. I truly appreciate all of the love and support you guys, girls, and non-binary people continue to show me. Tonight's topic is giving yourself permission. We are 23 days into a new year. As I say in every one of my videos, it is important that you choose you this year. The last 2 years, we've been choosing survival, trying to figure out how we was gonna move and shake. This year should be all about you. It should be about your happiness, your health, your wealth. Everything should be about you. And I chose giving yourself permission because a lot of times we don't give ourselves permission to do things. Like sometimes we just do it because we have always done it or that was just the way it was done. But for the remainder of 2022, here's what I want you to do: to choose you and give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to feel. I know a lot of times I can only see, let me just give this other disclaimer. I can only speak from my perspective. And if you as a watcher or a listener have another perspective, feel free to type it in the chat. Feel free to have a conversation because that's what Chelles Closet is all about. We talk, you and I talk about everything. There is nothing off limits to me that I won't talk about. Nothing. Nothing. There is nothing that I haven't talked about, nothing that I will not talk about. Um because I feel like a lot of times we don't talk about things, we just automatically assume that, hold on. Hold on. When you go live, you got to have things like a mirror right here. Sorry, y'all. Okay. It just felt like something was scratching my eyeball. Okay. We got to give ourselves permission to feel. Like I was one of those people, that's what I was saying. I was one of those people that was like I felt like I don't know why I did, but I felt like I could turn my emotions off. Like you could do some fucked up shit to me and I would just it didn't bother me, but knowing when I went home and turned the lock on the door and was in the house by myself, I cried about it. cried about it, had a whole conversation with myself about it, what I should have said, what I should have did, all of those things, right? And then I started saying to myself, no, it's a no for me. I'm going to start addressing and dealing with things in that moment. So I no longer carry that weight around with me. When people do fucked up shit to you, they forgot about it. They done said it, did it, whatever. They done forgot about it, moved on to a happier life. And you over here sitting here like, oh, I should have cussed them out. I should have said this. I should have did this. And they are over there happy and free. So in 2022, we're going to be happy and free together. Everybody is. Because we going to choose us. I'm going to choose me. You choosing you. And we going to do that. Um, so give yourself permission to cry. Give yourself permission to feel hurt, feel anger, feel pain, feel all of it. And I'm saying this because you don't want to keep walking around here like a robot. Like a robot. It's so many robots out here. Like people don't have feelings. They either too emotional. I don't even know how you could be too emotional, but I just said that because most people be like, oh, you so emotional. But they either are not emotional or they just really cold-hearted, and there's a lot of cold-hearted people in this world before COVID. Like, they were really cold-hearted, and, I think that is because we don't talk about shit. We don't we don't talk about it. We'll talk about it, we'll make jokes about it, but we don't talk about it. We don't sit down and talk. Parents don't sit down and talk to their kids about, like, I remember this is the craziest thing, right? I remember growing up and they would have conversations about the birds and the bees and this is where babies come from and all of those different things. Like, do parents still do that nowadays? Like, do you still tell your child, hey, if somebody touch you here that's inappropriate, like, or do we just feel like our child will come and tell us if somebody touched them inappropriately, knowing that the time in which we live in, like, I don't know. I just want you to give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to cuss somebody the fuck out if they need to be cussed the fuck out. Give yourself permission to help someone. Give yourself permission to help yourself. I think I'm just gonna make this year about me. It's already gonna be about me, but this year should just be about self. Like being more healthy and not just eating healthier foods. Give yourself permission to be healthy, not just eating healthier foods, but working out, reading more, putting more things into you that is going to allow you to grow as a person, not just scrolling all the time or not just being on the messy side of YouTube or TikTok, but like feeding yourself with things that's going to help you to grow, to help you to get over traumas and help you to get through heartbreaks and pains and like feeding yourself more things like that. I've been juicing and fasting for 35 days and this go round like I did it last year, but y'all know I was in the thick of it. And it was going through that is how I got the balance this time around. So I'm going through it and I'm reading, I'm juicing, I'm fasting. I'm finding myself like, I don't know if it's like, I want to say it's a mental thing. I'll say, hi, Famaka. I want to say it's a mental thing. Like, because what, before I was juicing, like, I've just felt like I just needed to eat. And like, I would eat and then it was just like, okay, now I need dessert. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But for me, it was just like, I didn't really need to eat that. So while I'm juicing, um, and fasting, it's like before it was like, oh, when I wake up, I gotta eat. I gotta eat in the afternoon. I got like scheduled. But now that I'm fasting, I realize like I can really go like a long period of time without eating. And then when I drink a juice, I'm full. And then if like I want to like eat something, like I tell my mom, I was like, I got to the point now where if I want sweets, I will eat like a piece of fruit or something. And I was like, I remember a time I would give me some M&Ms, give me some cake, cookies, pies, give me some of that. But even the mindset of like just being healthy is changed for me. I would hope that it changed for you. But for me, like I literally gave myself permission to be better. And you're probably like, what does that mean? I gave myself permission. I said a year ago, I said, I don't want to carry around the bullshit of my past. I don't want to carry around anything that I've been carrying around for more than I don't want to carry around anything. Anything I don't want to carry it around. I want to start new. I want to unlearn and relearn. Unlearn, relearn, unlearn. I just want it all to be gone. I don't even care. Whatever I have to do. Now, if you are in this point in your life, I would encourage you not to say whatever I have to do. I mean, if you got the courage, you got the strength, go ahead and do it. Because I'm going to tell you, as somebody who said, whatever I have to do, I just want to let the baggage go. I found myself in situations that I never would have thought I would be in, but I was in those situations, and then it was a humbling experience for me. Oh, humbling. Oh, it was humbling. And I'm not saying that I was really like conceited or anything like that, but it was a really humbling experience because it allowed me to see that you watching this, right? You listening to this, you are a human being, just like I'm a human being. We are all on a path to find happiness, to live wonderful lives, and to be successful at whatever your definition of success is. That's what our everyone who wakes up right now, you're probably planning for what you're going to do tomorrow. Like that's everyone's objective is to live a better life. And so who am I to just be like, well, you should live your life like this? Even me telling you tonight, give yourself permission. Look at it like this, right? I'm going to take the last 2 years of your life. If the last 2 years of your life was the most unsure you have ever been in your life, now is the time to say, you know what? Everything I did before got me to this point where I am right now today. In order for me to get the thing that I wanted, listen, if you've been wanting for the last 2 years in the global fucking pandemic, if you've been wanting to write a book, and I don't know why I keep saying this because maybe I need to write a book. I don't know. But if you want to write a book, you want to start a business, get married, end a marriage, end a job, create a new job, whatever it is that you want to do, right? If you actually look at it, right, you are the only person holding yourself back. You are. You can say, oh, I don't got no money. Don't nobody believe in me. Oh, I can't do this. Give yourself permission to stop making excuses and accept that you are the only reason why you are not successful. I talk to artists and they be like, I'm trying to sign a record deal. I'm trying to do all of this. And I look at myself and I say, you have access to everything that the major record labels have, and yet you're still trying to sign a record deal. Make it make sense for me. Make it make sense. If you are watching this and you like, oh yeah, I want to do a YouTube, and you're like, but I don't have a camera and I don't have lights and I don't have this. If you have one of these in your possessions, this is all you need right here. I don't have a tripod. Listen, I started by just putting some books up at my house and putting my phone on there and hi, welcome to my YouTube. Give yourself permission to stop making excuses. You want to live a better life, but you got 50 million excuses. And this is what I'm going to say, give yourself permission to heal. Give yourself permission to let go. You experience some fucked up shit. Maybe people always be like, you always be talking about the people that experience fucked up shit because nobody talks to us. Nobody talks to the people that experience fucked up shit in their life. They try to like, oh, you need to just go to church and give it to God and he's going to like miraculously take it away. This is not any knock to any religion or anything like that. At some point as human beings, we have to stand up and stop putting it off on other people and take on the responsibility. Give yourself permission to take on the responsibility. 2 years, the last 2 years, right? If you've sat and did nothing for the last 2 years, but in your heart, in your mind, every day you woke up, you was like, oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to write this book. And you even have notepads, notebooks, post-its, you have notes in your phone, you have ideas, wait. You have vision boards hanging up on your wall. Vision every year you do a vision board, and then you looking at your vision board like, oh, nothing came to pass. Or uh or some of the stuff happened, but it didn't happen the way it was. Give yourself permission to step back from your vision and say, how am I going to accomplish everything that I want to accomplish in 2022? What excuses? If it's procrastination, why do I procrastinate? Get to the why. Give yourself permission to figure out why. Like, why do you even want to write a book? Like, somebody was like, why do you work out? I'm starting workouts back up in the morning. But why you on YouTube live streaming your workout? YouTube big, you all of these different things. And I was like, I stream my workouts because I wasn't seeing anybody that looked like me work out. I told y'all when I came back, like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it for somebody that's like me. I'm not like, oh, I want to do it for millions of people. I want to do it for nope, just one. All I need is one person. One. So I'm a working out. Maybe you are the person who's supposed to be working out, right? But you see me working out and you're like, hey, you know what? She working out. I think I could work out. And then I don't even have to work out because the person who's supposed to be working out is working out now. Maybe you watching people write books or do makeup or whatever it is. Whatever it is. Maybe you a singer and you watching people sing and you scrolling on TikTok or YouTube or whatever you social media you on and you like, oh, one day I'm gonna have the courage to do that. One day God gonna make a way for me to do that. One day, it's a one day. You a one dayer. I'm gonna tell you this. Give yourself permission to say that today is the day. Today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not February, not well when I lose this weight, then I'm gonna start, showing my clothes or when I whatever. No more excuses. Give yourself permission to stop making excuses. I When I started my journey of healing and self-discovery, now you know where you come from. I knew where I came from and I knew that all the shit that I've been through, it wasn't going to happen overnight. I knew I wasn't going to be healed overnight. I knew I wasn't going to be it was going to all magically disappear. I knew that. Um but what I did not know. Hmm. What I did not know is the emotions that I called myself turning off. I did not know how um important they were to the situation. The situations that happened, like had I allowed myself to feel in that moment, had I allowed myself to process in that moment, I probably wouldn't have carried around as much shit as I did. But again, I did not give myself permission to feel. I gave myself permission to act strong. I gave myself permission to act like that shit didn't even fucking matter. You said that shit don't matter to me. It's nothing. And like I said, when I would come in the house, lock my door, and I'm in here by myself, I was crying like I can't believe these motherfuckers dead. I can't. You gotta give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to love you. I know what I'm about to say probably be like, what the fuck is she talking about? You have to give yourself permission to love you. A lot of us don't love ourselves. Think about it. We don't love ourselves because if we really did, a lot of the shit that we tolerate, we wouldn't fucking tolerate. We tolerate our family members treating us like shit, and then the catchphrase we always say is that's our family. It's my family. That's my mama. It's my brother. It's my grandma. But these are the same people who are causing and inflicting, have caused, causing, have afflicted, currently afflicted, whatever word you want to put right there, you so much pain and hurt and anger and frustration. Like, give yourself permission to set boundaries with your fucking family. We have to set boundaries with family members too. Nobody will probably tell you that because why would they? Why would they tell you to set a boundary with your mama? Because that's your mother. She birthed you. She brought you into this world. She could take you out. Ooh, I used to hate hearing people saying that. Like, ooh, that used to bother me. So, like, how do you feel like you have that much power? It's and then I start to understand, like, parents, it's like a power thing. Like, go get that remote control. Like, you're sitting right here in the remote right there. Go get that remote controller. I don't have to wash dishes. That's what I had kids for, is to wash dishes. I don't think that's why you had kids. I don't think you was like, ooh, let's get this done so we can have kids so I don't have to get the remote anymore. No, I don't think that's why you had them. I don't think that's why you had them. I want to tell you to give yourself permission to figure out your why. It's, it's all gonna boil down to figuring out your why. Like figuring out why you are in the situation that you're in, good or bad, how you got there. Figuring it out. Figuring out where you want to go. Like it's 23 days in 2022. I'm tripping out because I never even thought I would see 2022. Like, you in high school reading books and like you looking at the past and they talking about the Jim Crow and all those people. And then you over here like flying cars and all this stuff. And you're like, you ain't gonna never have no flying cars or cars that can drive by themselves. And now here you are, it's Tesla's driving up and down the street all the time. And then it's like, wait a minute. I need to like pull some stuff together because I just been flying by the seat of my pants. I always wanted to say that. Sorry. I kind of just been, freestyling it. Whatever life brought me, I just is making it work. When in reality, it should just be like, hey, I gotta have a plan. I hear so many people like my age or like a little younger. It's like, I wish somebody would have taught me about credit. I wish somebody would have taught me about, and I just be looking at them like, wait a minute, are you teaching your kids about credit? Are you teaching the kids the things that you wanted people to teach you? Oh well, I mean that's what they got school for, and I just be looking like, wait a minute. Give yourself permission to step up and be accountable for your actions. That's what I'm saying. Give yourself permission to be accountable. I'm giving you a lot of a lot of things you should give yourself permission for. Cuz it's 23 days into 2022, right? If you have a New Year's resolution, if you have a vision board, whatever it is, if you feel like you failed and we're only 23 days in, forget it. Start over. My motivation for in the morning is going to be start over. 23 days in, if you said you wasn't going to smoke and you smoked already, start over. Start in the morning. If you said you wasn't going to drink soda and you had a soda, start over. That's the luxury. Give yourself permission to start over. You can start over. Long as you can start over. Give yourself permission to start over. If you were in a horrible, horrible relationship, like you just got divorced or you got broke up with, hi, I was in those situations, but I have given myself the opportunity to start over. But let me tell you what I did before starting over. I took the time, give yourself permission to take the time and heal. A lot of times you probably hear the word heal, 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 and it's probably like a catchphrase to you right now. But it really is important for you to heal. I think sometimes we have become so programmed into um, healing our hurts with things like drugs and alcohol and sex and relationships and jobs and basketball, makeup. We are so prone to coping with outside mechanisms that we tend to lose ourselves in those things. I'm not saying you can't go. I'm not saying if you partying and drinking, I'm not saying that you coping with stuff. But sometimes if we actually think about it, we actually are coping. We go out because we had a stressful week, and the only way we can release some stress is to go out and spend a bunch of money with the same people we gonna see when we go back to work next week. Give yourself permission to stop going in circles. Stop going in circles. I literally had a conversation and I said, I am no longer um I'm no longer on the insanity train. I'm not going to say I want to be a millionaire and still do things that $1,000 people do. No, I want to be a millionaire. I have to think like a millionaire. How do you think like a millionaire? Read books that millionaires wrote. Think about it. Like when I look at it, I want to be I want to be wealthy, right? I don't want to just have a bunch of money. Like the money, that's cool. You need money to survive, people say. The money is cool, but I want to have peace. They say money can't buy happiness, money can't buy right. But what I'm saying is like right now, I am wealthy. No, I don't have a bunch of money in the bank. I do got money in the bank, but I don't got a bunch of money in the bank. But my wealth comes in the form of peace. Like that right there, you heard that little silence. That is so golden to me. Like that is the best gift 2022 has given me so far. And I'm saying that because if you have experienced life, right? Life puts you in places where you just be like, oh, I want that job. I want to apply for that job. You see, there's a management position, there's a higher position, and you like, I want to apply for that job. And then you'd be like, well, I applied for the last job and I got turned down. Now you like, boom. And then he's like, well, I know there's somebody more qualified. And it's like, boom. And then it's like, oh, well, I don't want to be denied or rejected. And it's like, boom. So it's like levels to shit, right? So I gave myself permission in 2022 to whatever comes to my fucking mind, I'm going to do it. That's just what I'm going to do. Because as a 41-year-old woman, I realize a lot of things. But this is one of the things I really realized is like I've heard no before. I've been rejected before. Um I've failed a bunch of times. I've been successful a bunch of times. I've been loved, I've been hated. I've been happy, I've been sad. I've been all of these different things, right? And that only came because I gave myself permission to feel. But I've been all of those things. So, what is the worst thing you could say to me? No, I heard no before. Okay. You don't like my idea. Okay, guess what? I'll take the parts that you did like out of it and then I'll go and figure it out and then come back. And it's like, oh, because I took the parts that you liked out of it and it was like, here's me. I work with artists. Sorry, said that a minute ago. I work with artists. So I present an idea and sometimes they don't like it. Sometimes high lovely. Sometimes artists are set in their ways. Ooh, definitely set in their ways. And I'm just like, like we're in a digital age. And I say this all the time to artists, like we're in a digital age. So if you're not in spaces like YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, definitely TikTok, um, IG reels, like you are like kind of behind the curve. And someone said to me, well, you're trying to box artists in. No, I'm just saying, like, the world is open to you. Like right now, I'm broadcasting from my house in Wisconsin, but I'm literally everywhere in the world. Anybody over in Asia, the Netherlands, anybody can tap into this right now. So in my mind, it's like if I have access to something that could broadcast me across the world, why wouldn't I do that? But then when you talk to artists, not all of them, some of them is just like, oh, well, I'm just only doing this so I could get a record deal. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, if I have a platform, multiple platforms, I'm broadcasting on multiple platforms right now from one location. If I can do that and be everywhere at one time, why would I spend my time trying to get one thing when I can tap into multiple things? I gave myself permission to think outside of the box that most people will put you in. Like someone asked me, they said, "Hey, are you a YouTuber? Are you a streamer?" I said, "I'm a streamer that YouTubes. I'm actually just a creative." And I tapped into all of the different ways that I could create. I gave myself permission to tap into my creativity. And then with my creativity, I was just like, wait a minute. I wonder if it's possible for me to. And then I discovered that it was possible. So here I am, broadcasting on multiple platforms at one time. I'm giving myself permission to be great. Sometimes we don't do that. We give ourselves permission to be mediocre and accept whatever somebody gives us. But you know that you deserve better. You know, I know, everybody know. But sometimes we don't want to be alone, or we don't want to push people's buttons. Hey, I'm not saying I'm pushing people's buttons in 2022, but this is what I'm saying. If you bring shit to my doorstep, either be ready to take a bath or be ready to get the shit thrown back on you. I don't know. I haven't figured out the analogy for that, but I'm going to say it's a no for me. I'm not having it cuz you heard that? Yeah, peace. That's where I'm at right now. In church, they always used to be like, "Oh, it's a peace that passes all understanding." And I'm just like, "What the fuck does that mean? What peace that passes all understanding?" And here I am right now as a 41-year-old woman, and I completely understand what it means. When you have peace, right? That's like you work hard, you bust your ass, you create a product, or you create something, and it starts selling, you start selling it, right? That's your business. You're going to protect that, right? That's yours. It's yours. You work hard to get there. You're not going to allow just anybody to come in and be like, "Hey, you should do this. Hey, you should sell it in this color." You're not going to allow anybody to do that, especially if they're not bringing something to like elevate what you're doing. You're not going to do that. You're going to protect that thing. And for me, peace of mind, peace in my heart, peace in my surroundings, I'm protecting that with everything I got. I'm not going back over to where I was, where I woke up like I would wake up, I can't go to sleep. I'm waking up, heart beating on my chest, and I'm on anxiety. It's a no for me. Peace. I'm giving myself permission to dwell in the land of peace. Mm, it's the greatest thing ever. Like, have you ever been in love? Right? You ever been in love and it's just like, you have to go away. Like parents. Oh, this is the parents. Y'all are some of the strongest people I know. And I'm going to tell y'all why. I see my nieces and nephews. I don't have any kids, but I have nieces and nephews. So I see my nieces and nephews. I used to see them more regularly before COVID, but now I see them every now and again. But I see my nieces and nephews, and the last time they was over my house, right, all three of them were crying, like snotting and tearing, and my heart, it was pulling. It was like, oh, you could just, but all three of them together is a lot. It's a lot. And I was just looking at them cry, and it just broke my heart. And then I'm about to cry right now. It's like I couldn't imagine as a parent just like leaving my baby. Like I just going to work. I just couldn't imagine. No one's here. I'm just thinking like, oh, that would just break my heart all the time. All the time. I literally every day I'll be like, oh my God, I'm about to have to leave my baby at home. Or like I love to see this, let me tell you, I love to see, well, not since COVID, but I used to love to watch when parents would take their kids to school for the first time. It was the funniest thing to me because it's like, you picking them up in a couple of hours, right? And then the parents be thinking like the kids is gonna be all crying and stuff, and it's actually the parents that be all crying and heartbroken. And the kids like, bye, go. We're trying to go to. But give yourself permission to just laugh, or even just experience a real relationship. Give yourself permission to do that. And I'm not just talking about like a sexual or a intimate, like even if you have brothers or sisters, like a sibling relationship, right? Give yourself the opportunity to not just I love you because you're my brother or my sister, but actually get to know them. Like what's their favorite color? What's their favorite food? Like what kind of music do they listen to? Like when I think about my relationship with my brothers, I'm so happy that I took the time to like not just be a big sister, because sometimes us older people just be big sisters and brothers, but actually get to know your younger siblings. Like that's what I be saying. Like people don't even be talking because I be watching people and they don't even know what's your brother favorite color. How you not know what your brother favorite color is? What's their favorite? Like my brother be talking to me about anime and I tried to get into anime. I don't know. It doesn't stick for me. I don't know. It just doesn't stick. So then when Mateo comes over, Mateo is his son, he comes over and he's talking to me about anime and I don't know why. But when he talks to me about it, it's like I get it. It's clear. It's clear as day. So I'll sit and I'll watch it with him and I'm asking him questions and he's actually able to tell me what it is. And then I'm just looking like, it's so weird how my brother talks to me about anime, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna watch that. And then my nephew's like, oh, yeah, you should watch it. And then we're watching it, and I'm really watching it. So give yourself permission to not be closed minded, but be open minded. Be open minded. Give yourself permission to do that. Sometimes, um, our experiences in life closes us off to certain things. Closes us off to certain things. Because I remember I was a relaxed hair, long hair chick. Like I was relaxed. Like you couldn't tell me nothing. I had the part on the side and flip it, the Hollywood hump little thing right there. I never thought to cut my hair because my hair is long and I could do this and it was just everywhere. And then I started to go through a transitional period. And one day I woke up and was like, I'm tired of long hair. And I went and cut it all off into an afro. And I want to tell you, it was the most liberating experience ever. 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 I literally just relived that moment like right now. Like it was the most liberating experience to have long hair your entire life and just to cut this shit all off and it cut it all off and I had like a really little fro. And it was dope. And I rocked the fro. Like my fro got like big like this. I rocked that for a minute. And then of course I went back to the flat irons and all of that stuff. And then it was just like, I'm gonna do sister locks. And then I got my hair locked up. And then it was like, I don't think I'm ready for this yet. So then I combed those out. Um And then I went back. I didn't go back to perms or anything. I just was flat irons. And then it was just like, I'm going to wear my natural, because my hair is naturally curly, right? But I think because I had so many perms all my life, it was like I just got used to straight hair. And then one day I watched it and it was like the curls were so cute. And I was just like, why don't I wear my natural hair? And I started to think about like when I was growing up, I was always either getting burned by the hot comb. Yeah, I know the little sizzle. They tell you to put the grease cap over your ear, and then they always just be like, "Oh, it's the steam from the straightening comb." No, you burnt me. But I always used to get straightened, or get a perm every time. And whenever I knew it was time for me to get a new perm, because I would see the curls coming in my hair, and then I just thought like I never wore my natural hair. And most people thought my hair was just naturally straight, but I was like, no, my hair is really curly. And so then I'm saying all this because you have to give yourself permission to find what is you. Like I wasn't just straight hair. That wasn't me. Like I love the curly. I love the curly. So the umpteenth time I cut it all off and I went up with a mohawk and I had this color. So I actually had this color for like five. Oh, I've had this color for a long time. And now I have dreads and I'm coming up on the year of locks. A year. Where even when I was talking to my brother, because my brother, he started locks like 3 times, but his locks is like, he got those like goddess locks, like not goddess, god locks, because he's a guy, I guess. I don't want to be politically correct. But his locks is like long, and I was like, hi, Journey with Kiki. I was like, how did you feel when you like like it's really an experience. I don't know if you have locks or dreadlocks or whatever you call yours, but for me it was really an experience. It was like just allowing it to be and allowing it to grow and just giving myself permission to not care. I think that was the greatest permission that I gave myself was to not care. When you have long hair, you got to make sure you wrap it up so it don't look frizzy on it. It's so much maintenance, and like this is just like I really don't care. I wash it, I oil it. I make sure to sleep with a satin cap, bonnet at night. That was it. It wasn't a whole huge theatrical thing. But when I gave myself permission to not care, I want to say life got easier. That's what I want to say. I feel like I should say that. Life got easier. And I don't mean like my life like poof, everything was. I mean, when you don't care, like when you start a YouTube, not caring. I mean, of course people are gonna be mean because people and y'all know YouTube people, not even YouTube people, people on the internet be mean. Right. And it's like the internet gives people the courage that they don't have in real life. It's like liquid, it's like keyboard courage. That's what I'm gonna call it. Oh, it's my new song. Keyboard courage. Look at that. It's like keyboard courage. All the shit that they've been wanting to say to you or been wanting to say to somebody, now they can sit behind the screen and just type it. And like for me, like I, I have given myself permission not to care. Like I really don't care. Have you ever just took a moment and said, I don't care? I don't know if it happens for you like it happens for me, but I don't know if y'all see my smile. It's like, I don't care. Like, I spend so much time caring about if people are going to like me, if people are going to, what people are going to think about me. I spend so much time in my life, not in the last 3 years, but in my lifetime. I have spent a lot of time and energy caring. And at the same time, you doing all this song and dance, and people still don't give a fuck. People still don't. They don't. Like you go and spend all this money on the outfit or get your hair done, all of that, and people still don't care. Some people might be like, "It's cute, girl. That color is bussing," but they really don't care. They just entertaining the conversation right now. Because if they really did care, they would, if we really did care about shit, like if we really did care about other human beings, we probably wouldn't be as rude and disrespectful as we be on these internet streets. I'm saying internet streets because it's a lot of people be rude and disrespectful. Probably wouldn't be. I'm I'm not gonna be rude or disrespectful because I believe in karma and I don't want karma to get me because karma be getting people, and karma don't be waiting for nothing. Karma, wait. I'm gonna say karma shows up at the exact time karma is supposed to come. I believe in karma. I give myself permission to be like, hey, Chelle, you fucked up. Hey, Chelle, that was some, you probably, I give myself permission to that. And I hold myself accountable for everything that I do and say. I'm a grown ass woman. I can't be like, I'm a grown ass woman, but still running from my responsibilities and accountability. No, when I said I wanted to be free and clear and gave the universe, God, Buddha, Allah, whoever you believe in, when I gave them permission to like strip me of everything, I literally meant that. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I wasn't like, maybe I didn't make a good decision with this. And I was like, yeah, I'm happy this happened. Today's my father's birthday, right? I don't know if y'all checked out my video for today, but I was actually like, I really didn't know how I felt this morning when I woke up. I talked to my uncle the other day and he was like, what are you gonna do? And I was like, I want to get cake and ice cream, but actually I really don't know. I don't have an idea of what I want to do. And so I woke up this morning and I just smiled and I just felt grateful. That's the only word I got is grateful. Like I'm grateful that I didn't hold on to I'm grateful that I didn't. I'm grateful, hold on. I'm grateful that I gave myself permission to forgive myself and to forgive my father so that we can build a relationship. So the last 6 years of my life was some of the best moments and times ever. Ever. Like it's just ever. So on his birthday, like I'm grateful for the opportunity that I had to spend with him, although it was 6 years. I'm grateful for that time because in that time, you be like, oh, my father's supposed to show me how to throw a ball, and my father was supposed to tell me not to talk to these kind of guys or girls or whatever. And in my lifetime, right? I was, you have all these different things you're gonna say to them or whatever. And when I had a conversation with him, I didn't say any of that. I was just actually shocked that he actually came and wanted to talk to me. And I was just like, I said what the fuck I needed to say, but it was just like, thank you. And then he said thank you. And then it was just like, we was the best of friends. And in those 6 years, he taught me shit like I will forever be grateful for. I'm gonna just say that I'm gonna forever be grateful. And that's why I want to say give yourself permission to forgive. Not much, not so much for the other person, but for yourself. Because had I not given myself permission to forgive, I could have missed out on 6 wonderful years with my father. So today I am celebrating forgiveness. I am celebrating love. And I thought, why don't I just come and say, give yourself permission? Giving yourself permission to love and be loved. Give yourself permission to say no regardless of who the person is. Give yourself permission to love yourself more than you love anyone else. That was the greatest thing I've given myself in this last year is permission to love me. That was the greatest thing I've given myself this year. And when I tell y'all the whole peace thing, I used to be I used to be all up and through these YouTube streets. I used to, but the more I got closer to peace, the more I was just like, yeah, it's a no for me. I'm gonna stay up over here on these pathways, and I just be, many of you I come and hang out and say hi, and sometimes I just, catch up on videos, and sometimes I just be over here chilling, creating. Like when I tell y'all, when I gave myself permission to heal, I've made a lot of great decisions in my life. And I want to say therapy was one of them and giving myself permission to heal. And this journey of healing and self discovery has been the greatest ever. Because, like, we'd be like, we know, you ever said to somebody, this is just who I am? You ever said that? And I started to think, because when I said I don't want to carry around that shit, as I started to let shit go, I realized that a lot of who I was today or who I am today came as a result of the shit that happened to me. Like now, I don't give a fuck what you say. You can dangle $1 million in front of me. I am not leaving this safety net of peace. I'm not leaving it. I don't even care. Mm, I'm good. It's a no. I worked, I bust my ass my entire life to get to this moment where it's just peace. Like there's no, you can't do it. There's no, why do you want to do that? It's like whatever. I literally told my mom this, right? I was like, I wake up in pinky in the brain. I'm gonna have to text my mom. I was trying to remember the cartoon. Every morning I wake up and I ask myself, what are we gonna do today? And I'm like, I'm gonna try to heal the world. Every day. I'm gonna try to heal the world. I'm not Jesus or no deity, but if I can put out a little positivity, not a little, a lot of positivity, if I can put out light, love, and positivity, each day I am healing one person in the world. Just one. I'm giving myself permission to do that. I'm giving myself permission to share my story, not so much as, oh, that was one of the disclaimers, so I'll give it right here. I'm giving myself to share permission to share my stories, not so I could be like, ooh, look at me, but to let you know, like, hey, you're not the only person that experienced that, but you're not the only person that experienced it, but we're not going to stay there. We're not going to be, that's not who we are. That doesn't make you who you are. It doesn't. I know I just said those, but it didn't make me who I am. It tried to change me to become a cold, heartless individual, but that's not me. At my core, I am love, I am kindness. That's me at my core. If you can't figure that out from watching all these different videos and lives, and that is me at my core. I'm not about that disrespectful life. I'm not about none of that. I will stop talking to you before I even get to that point. I don't have to speak to you. I would rather stop talking to you. That's where I'm at. I'm giving myself permission to maintain my peace. Greatest thing ever. I don't know, maybe if you are like in your 40s or higher, or if you're in your 30s, if you just crossed into your 30s, let me tell you this. Love yourself. Love yourself. Don't love the imaginative person you wake up every day and put on the shelf. Don't love that person. Love yourself. If you wake up every day and you be like, you know what? I just want to eat ramen and watch movies. Love that person. Love the person that when the doors is locked and you in the house by yourself, love that person. Love the person that you're looking at right now. Love that person. If nobody else in this world ever, if you never hear it again, tell yourself, look yourself in the mirror and give yourself permission to say, I love you. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are smart. You are intelligent. You are powerful. You are magnificent. You are whatever you want to be. That's what you are. Give yourself permission to talk to yourself. Sometimes we don't talk to ourselves. Sometimes we do talk to ourselves, but give yourself permission to tell the truth. Tell the truth. Don't make the situation how you want it to be. Make the situation what it is. If the last 2 years of your life have been really fucked up, call it that. The last 2 years of my life has been really fucked up, but 2022 is not going to be like that. You can look at your life in the last 2 years, and if you were like, man, I wish I shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I don't live with shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I don't. People's like, you don't have no regrets? No. Because I learned lessons from everything that I've ever been through in life. They always be like, if you could go back and change, like there was one that was like, had a red door and a blue door, and it was like the blue door you can go back in your past and change, and the red door was like $10 million. I was like, give me that $10 million, and people was like, why did you say give me the $10 million? Because if I go back and change anything, I don't know how I would be, and I've already forgiven myself for everything I did previous to today, so I'm not trying to go back there. I'm past that. Give me that $10 million, and we gonna change some lives around here. If I had that kind of money, like I would become someone that could like help people that want to start businesses. That's what I would do. I would become a venture capitalist. That's what I would do, and invest in other people's business. I would have something similar to Shark Tank, but not Shark Tank. But y'all know what I'm saying. Like I would. That's what I would do. I laughed because I was like, "Oh, if I in my younger years, if I would have had $1 million, I would have been broke." I'm not even gonna jack with y'all. I would have been broke because people would have been like, "Hey, Chelle, I couldn't pay my bill this month." I would have been like, "No problem, I got you." Oh, my kids need the no problem, I got you. Oh, we need this. Oh, no problem, I got you. And then I would have went to my bank account and been like, "Nah, but I'm a millionaire, so And then I would have hit those same people. I was like, I got you. And they'd be like, oh, you was a millionaire. You should have been keeping track of your money. You know what? We gonna even bring back down to the small people. You ever loan somebody some money, right? You ever loan somebody like this people favorite. You only loan me $20. Hey yo, 20 funky dollars. Like now it's gotta smell. Give yourself permission to say no. Now, if there is a situation where, you know, the situation. Your body, your mind, your body, heart, everything about you will tell you if that's the situation you should give to. We all know. We all do know. Sometimes we give anyways, thinking we're doing a good job. And it's like the universe, God, Buddha, Allah, whoever the deity is trying to teach that person a lesson. And then we step in trying to save them. Not in 2022. Mm, it's a no for me. I would help when the situation calls for it, but other than that, it's a no for me. Hello, love to travel with Wave. It's a no for me. Give yourself permission. If you are on YouTube, give yourself permission to be authentically you. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube, be authentically you. Don't try to put on a facade or don't try to put on anything. Just be you. The world needs you. If you think like, man, why would I go on here and talk about alopecia? That's because somebody that looks like you have alopecia and no one's talking about it. You're not talking about people that look like us that have alopecia. We're not talking about it. I told somebody when I have COVID, they wasn't talking about you have a long lasting cough, you could die. They wasn't talking about none of that. So when I got up out the bed with COVID, I was like, oh, I'm gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about the long lasting cough. We're gonna talk about how, when African American people get sick, that they don't think like, let me go to the doctor. That's not for some of us. That's not the first thing we think about. We think about ginger ale, saltine crackers, soup, sleep. We think about NyQuil, Dayquil. We think about all of those things. We don't think about let me go to the doctor and get some help. We don't think about that. For me, I just wanted to change the narrative. Hi, Tamika. I'm sorry. I just wanted to change the narrative. I wanted the people around me or the people that was watching. I wanted you to know, like, I want you to know, like, you don't. Yes, I drink juice. I literally drink. I meditate in the morning. I meditate at night. I drink juice. I do yoga. I do all kinds of stuff, which y'all are gonna continue to. I'm gonna share with y'all. Um, and a lot of that was because I was taking away things from me, and it was like, well, what am I gonna do now? Because, like, when you have like when you live a drama filled life, like not saying that my life was full of drama, but I've been through a lot of shit, and there was a lot of drama around the shit that I've been through. But when you live a drama filled life and you start taking away the shit that caused the drama, and I was like, well, what do I do now? And I started reading, and I started like creating music again. Then I started picking up graphic design, and now I'm doing all kinds of shit. And it's just like my creativity fully unlocked. And I said to myself, I knew one day I would be in this spot, but I didn't know when. And now I'm here. And it's just like, I can't let anything interfere with that. Anything. Nothing. Nothing can interfere. Sometimes I used to stay up to like the wee hours of the morning. And like right now, it's just like, I go to sleep early. I go to sleep early. I be laughing because I was like, maybe it's because I'm old, but no, I really go to sleep early. Like I listen to my body. Like I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Yes, I am juicing. Story time. Yes, I am juicing, and I said to myself, I'm gonna celebrate. Tell me how crazy this is, right? I'm gonna celebrate with Popeyes. They have a $6 box, and I'm gonna go get that Popeyes and I'm gonna celebrate juicing for I don't even know what number day it was. It's like 20, the high 20s going into 30s. I'm gonna celebrate. I said Popeyes and woo. You talking about stomach gonna hurt. You talking about no, I shouldn't have ate it. Here I am talking to myself like you didn't eat that. You didn't eat that Popeye $6 box. I was so upset. Let me tell you, I was really upset because the red beans and rice that first I was gonna get macaroni and cheese. You ever go to a restaurant and have already in your mind what you're going to get? And then you get there, and if you know Popeyes, they don't have biscuits, chicken, honey, tenders, Popeyes. They don't have half of the stuff. So I went and I was like, okay, they got macaroni and cheese, and it's good. So I was like, I'm gonna get macaroni and cheese, and I'm gonna get spicy chicken. And I was like, okay. And then when you pull up to Popeyes, it's like we don't have. And they was like, "Can I take your order?" I was like, "Yes, give me a $6 box." Okay, what's your two sides? And I was like, "Mac and cheese." And they was like, "We don't have mac and cheese." Throw the whole Popeyes away then. Well, why are you still here? Why do you exist? And I was like, that should have been the first sign. Should have been the first sign. Mm-mm. Nope. I was like, well, just give me mashed potatoes and red beans and rice. And I was like, okay, cool. What kind of chicken? Spicy. Okay, cool. Pull around for your total. We pull around. They give us a total. I give them my card. They give me the chicken. Now, I forgot to say, when they said what the $6 box, if you go to Popeyes and get the $6 box, they say it's a breast and a wing. A breast and a wing is $6 at Popeyes with two sides and a biscuit. I'm putting y'all on something. Anyways, so I pull around. Now, if you know me, you ever been to I'll check my food. I don't know if you should always check your food. So I'm checking the food. I'm just like, wait a minute. This is a thigh and a leg. It's a no for me. Excuse me. Y'all said that should have been what should I have that should have been the second thing to let me know I shouldn't have ate. I should have just went into Jimmy John's and got a unsubwich and got a tuna fish and a lettuce. I just should have went to. I should have. That's one of the other list things that was on my list to celebrate. But I said Popeyes. Pass it back. Why did they have to? I have to pass it back again because they gave me the wrong thing again. I said spicy. Uh, I should have just left it at that. Get home, get in my chair, turn on Watchmen. I was like, yes, this is about to be good. Stick my spork into the red beans and rice. It tastes spoiled. I was done. I had already spent the $6 now, but I was just done. And I said to myself, why are you celebrating with Popeyes? You could have celebrated with anything other than Popeyes. So give yourself permission to listen to yourself. And I'm $6 just gone. It's just gone. I could have used that at Woodman's and got some more fruit. I don't know, but I was just upset because I knew myself told myself said, and I said, And I was like, no, but I just have to celebrate with this Popeyes. And now I was upset because my Popeyes, red beans and rice was spoiled. My chicken was not crispy. No honey. I mean, no macaroni and cheese. It was just a disaster. And so now it's just like, I'm juicing. I'm going to do 2 juices in water this week. It's actually pretty dope. I'm not going to make that sacrifice again. I'm giving myself permission to learn from that time. I'm not going to do that again. But I just was so excited. I had made it. Today is the 35th day I've made it. When I think about fasting, when I think about healthy, like my understanding of health has actually changed. Because when I was thinking about healthy, like previous until last year, it was just like, oh, I gotta work out, I gotta eat great, and that was it. I was gonna be healthy. I was gonna lose a lot of weight. And then this year was just like what you put in, it's like what goes out, what comes in. It's like the movements, it's like environments, it's like, oh my God, I didn't think about any of this before. It's like people's like, are you on are you see what's going on Facebook or you see what's going on? It's like, nope, I just upload my YouTube video. I check out a couple of YouTubers that support me. If just because you subscribe, I might check you out. But if you support me, if I see you regularly, I support you. Um, check out a couple of YouTubers, and then I'm in here creating content, planning, creating. That's all I'm doing. And I just realized how much more happier I am because of that. I'm giving myself permission to be happy. And I'm not one of those people like, oh, material things make me happy. Nope. Just y'all showing up every time I go live makes me happy. Like I said, like if one person would have showed up, I would still be doing this, still talking about giving yourself permission. I want to stress, this is the most important thing I want to say about giving yourself permission. Give yourself permission to be not okay. I think I said that right. Give yourself permission to not be. There you go. Give yourself permission to not be okay. I know a lot of times everybody around us want us to be okay. We want us to be well put together. I am grateful. I'm going to say this. If y'all are watching, thank you to my support team. Thank you to my community because I told them I was not going to be okay. And y'all know me. I was listen, I was well put together. I was well but this last year took everything I fucking had, everything I fucking built up for years. It took all of that and I freely gave that shit away. Give yourself permission to let go and just don't even care. Just do that. The people around me was like, "Don't worry, we got you." And they lift me. Y'all, Trish, Tamika, like y'all that have been here, y'all kept me lifted. Y'all kept me listen. Y'all are seeing me right now because of it. I am so much better. I am so much mm, I'm so much more happier. I'm so much more freer. It's trying to put words to it is just that. That's all it is. I be trying to put words, use your words. I be trying to put words there, but I don't have anything but like tears and just that. Cause it's like when you work hard for something your entire life and then you actually get it, it's undescribable. There's nothing that you can put there that would describe how I feel. There's nothing. I was gonna try to put a word there, but I that's all I got. And so for me, if I can feel this feeling, I want everybody to feel the feel. I was telling my brothers today, we were having a conversation and they were talking. And I was like, listen, let me tell you the greatest thing that life has brought me, that silence, peace. I don't know about you, but like I used to have like I'm not gonna say voices, but I used to have the thing in the back of my head. It's like, why would you want to apply for there? Why would you want to go there? Why? Who do you think that you are that somebody would pay you to be a speaker? Like, why do you think people will watch you on YouTube? Why do you think that you should start live streaming? Like, who's gonna actually listen to you? And then it was all of that, and then it was like silence. Now, when it first started happening, I wasn't gonna act like I wasn't a little scared. I was a little scared. Like, wait a minute, am I about to die? Is is like my life almost over? Cause that would be real. That would be a real. That would be real rude. Like I lived a fuck up life and all kinds of shit happened to me, and then I get to a peaceful moment, and then it's like, it's your time to go. Like, why you didn't take me over there with all of that peaceful shit? That's where I was at first. I was like bargaining, like, wait a minute, if it's my time to go, I just got some shit I just want to tell people. I want to tell YouTubers, like, hey, if you're starting a YouTube, don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck if your hair is not cute. Don't give a fuck if you got makeup on. I don't have lenses in my fucking glasses. People probably talk about that all the time on they probably talk about it. I have contacts and I like these frames, so I popped out the lenses of them and just been wearing them. Don't give a fuck. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Especially out here in these YouTube streets because the internet, the keyboard, the keyboard courage, the keyboard warriors. Ooh, this is getting good. I done damn near wrote a whole song talking about giving yourself permission. But the keyboard warriors are going to come. Do not give a fuck. Don't care. Still push through it. I'm telling you this because you're probably like, oh, I don't know. They're going to come. You could be. Hi, my name is Chelle, and I offer light, love, and positivity, positive affirmations, workouts, things to help you change. I offer a place where you can come and talk about all kinds of shit, but that doesn't stop people from coming over here saying reckless shit. It don't. Because again, people find comfort behind a computer screen and a keyboard. And I understand that. You should understand that too. No, it's probably not happening to you yet, but I'm telling you, the people are out there. They're definitely watching your channel. You do one thing, they're going to be on your ass like, so when they come, just take a page out of my book and hit them with the thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching the video. Cause you ever notice they always watch the entire video and then they comment at the end with the reckless shit like thank you for the view time. I appreciate it. Give yourself permission not to care. For those of you who are at this present moment, um, feeling like you have had enough. I don't even know what the fuck just happened to me, but if you are watching this and you feel like you have had enough, I want you to give yourself permission to live. I want you to give yourself permission to live because while you might not see it right now, it probably look like this shit is fucked up. It's going to continue to be fucked up. I want you to give yourself permission to live because it gets better. It gets better. It gets better. I don't even know where the fuck that just came from. I'm sorry, y'all. It gets better. It gets better. Just know it gets better. It gets better. It gets better. If you are in that situation, talk to somebody. There's somebody on this earth that you feel comfortable you could talk to. Talk to someone. It gets better. It does. I will tell you. I share so much of my fucking life with y'all. I pretty much told y'all literally everything from June 26th, that day I was born, all the way up until now. I share so much with y'all so that you will know it gets better. I was having a conversation with my brother, and I told y'all the story before. Like I had stopped talking, and at the time, I didn't it was just like my voice doesn't matter. Why the fuck am I gonna talk if my voice doesn't matter? And I literally stopped talking for 2 fucking years. Like 2. And, I knew I liked it you. I knew I did. I knew. Instantly, I knew. Um, I stopped talking for 2 fucking years, and I started watching the Maya Angelou documentary. I don't even know why the hell I was watching Maya Angelou's documentary, but I was watching it. So they told the story, or she told the story about her being 7 and she was taken advantage of. And then she said she told what happened to her, and the person that did it to her was found dead. So she said she stopped speaking. And in that moment, I literally started crying. Like I'm crying right now. Like I literally started crying. I was like, oh my God. And it wasn't like, "Oh my god, that happened to my," it was just like, "Oh my god, I wasn't alone, like, my voice didn't matter." Or in her case, her voice caused someone to lose their life, and in my mind, it was just like, I that's uh, y'all know what I'm saying. Um, so then when I she got to the part of how she started speaking again, it was just like, "Holy shit." And I've told y'all multiple times on here, like, I didn't like the sound of my voice. I hated the way my voice sounded. I hated like having to speak. Like y'all know, if y'all watch me, y'all know I like to talk. That wasn't the case back then. I literally fucking stopped talking. It was like I literally had to go to art therapy to figure out how to use my voice again. Oh, craziest thing. So when I say therapy, like I would not be here. Like y'all would not be seeing me or hearing me if it was not for therapy. So when like I need to get rid of all this shit. When I got rid of all this shit, I realized the power that is in my voice. Let's talk about my name for a minute. My name is Chelle, like Aichelle. Whether you spell it like that or you just say I shall start a YouTube channel. I shall live stream. I shall wake up in the morning and join the meditation, or I shall join the nighttime meditation that's gonna come at 10 o'clock. I shall. I was birthed to be great. You should feel the same way about yourself, but I was birthed to be great. So when I got rid of all of that shit that was clouding my voice, that was just like, your voice doesn't matter. Nobody really fucking cares about what you're saying. When I got rid of all of that shit, I fell in love. I fell in love with my voice. If you ever join me on Saturday Night Vibes, right? It was Saturday Night Vibes, but then it became Saturday Night Lives, right? I did that so that I could get more comfortable with singing. Like, I started doing live streaming so I could get more comfortable with speaking. I did a podcast so I could get more comfortable with hearing my own voice. And I'm in a place right now of peace. And ooh, when I gave myself permission to no longer be silenced. That's why I started this year with silence is not a fucking option. That's what I should have put. Silence is not a fucking option, but I put silence is not an option. If you have been carrying around shit for all of your fucking life, it is time. Give yourself permission to let that shit go. If you've been harboring anger and hatred towards your grandma because your grandma know your Uncle P touched you and she ain't said shit, give yourself permission to let that shit go. Because while you thinking you probably holding that against your grandma, you only causing yourself more harm. I'm going to tell you this. All 22, I'm going to tell you to choose you. I'm going to tell you to choose you. I'm going to tell you to let that shit go. I'm going to tell you that shit only weighs you down. It only weighs you down. We got too much shit to accomplish in 2022 to still be walking around with that. I'm going to just tell you. I'm going to tell you. Uh, Other people on YouTube probably ain't going to tell you, but if you come to Chelles Closet, I'm going to tell you. If you come to Midwsthumnbrd TV, I'm going to tell you. If you watching Ratio Life, whatever platform you are watching me on, I am going to fucking tell you. I am going to fucking tell you to choose yourself. It took me 41 years. I don't want it to take you 41 years. It probably could have took me longer if I would have been listening, but I'm going to tell you to listen. If you if somebody call you and be like, "Hey, come go over here," and in you, everything about you is like, "No, I'm not rocking with it. It's a no for me." In your fucking mind, while that person is talking, you be saying it's a fucking no for me. But then they hit you with the, "Oh man, come on, what you gonna do?" Listen, listen to yourself. Listen. Listen, give yourself permission to listen to yourself. If that person is really rocking with you, they ain't gonna care that you don't come to a party. They gonna know, like, okay, they chilling. Listen to yourself. All 22, listen to yourself. You don't want to have, I'm not saying it's anything wrong with these moments, but you don't want to be like, damn, I should have followed my first mind. Follow your fucking first mind in 2020. Give yourself permission to follow your first mind. I was thinking about last year and all of the conversations that I had with y'all, and I was thinking about all the things that I talked about, and I said, "Oh my fucking God." I lived with that. Like, I lived with all of the shit that I told you. I lived with that. Like the being molested. I lived with that my entire fucking life. But not one time did I ever, outside of the time when I said, "Hey, this person is doing this to me," and nothing happened, fucking I locked it in the back of my fucking head and never said it out loud again. But last year was the first time I said it out loud. And it was like a flush. Like, it was the universe was just flushing me of everything. Like, I kid you not. Like, the relationship. My father, is his birthday. Happy birthday. Um, the relationship I was able to have with him, the relationship I have with my mother is I couldn't even So I'm gonna say, give yourself permission to forgive. Your parents are human. I'm not saying excuse what they did, but I'm saying give yourself permission to have a conversation. Be open to that. Be open. Give yourself permission to be open. I don't give you a lot of things that you should give yourself permission for. Um, if you are watching this and you feel like you are at the end, I don't even know. Y'all don't see it. I don't circle back around. I don't even know what the fuck is going on. But if you are watching this and you are at that point, it gets better. I'm listening, y'all. I'm listening. It gets better. If you are at that point and it gets better. If you are waiting for someone to say, I love you, it gets better. You have so much more to give to life. It gets better. It might not look like it right now, but it does get better. It does. Like, oh, my heart is like, oh, my heart is doing this whole little dance, and I just keep hearing it gets better. And when I tell y'all, like, it's clear. So when I hear that, it's like, I'm just going to say, I don't know why, but I'm going to say it. It gets better. It gets better. Talk about it. If you are a writer, write it on a piece of paper. It gets better. It gets better. Um, you have to give yourself permission to love you. All of the shit that happened to you, that's not you. It all happened. We don't know why. We probably will never know why it happened. I used to spend so much time wondering, like, how the fuck did that happen to me? Why did it have to happen to me? Like, it gets better. Last year I told y'all like I was stubborn, and somebody thought I was just gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be stubborn anymore. But I look at situations and when I was stubborn, and being stubborn sometimes can save your fucking life. So give yourself permission to be stubborn in situations because it saved me. Oh, oh, it saved me. It saved me. And I didn't even know that it was saving me, but it fucking saved me. Give yourself permission. And I'm going to tell y'all what I realized about these nurturing conversations, right? It's just conversations I really just needed to have with myself. And I just figured if I need to have them with myself, somebody else out there probably need to have them with themselves too. So I'm going to come here and have fucking conversations with myself, but with y'all at the same time. And I'm telling you, every fucking, all 52 of last year and the fourth was this the third or the fourth one of this year is shit I'd been telling myself, but it just needed to happen. And that's why I do it, because somebody needs to tell you that I love you. I'm never gonna let a live or anything go out without me saying that I love you. Because honestly, sometimes people on social media or posting up your picture is the only time somebody gonna say you beautiful or that's cute. And you be around people every day, but you have to post it up on social media for somebody to say that. I was talking to my brothers. I was like, every time I end a conversation with my brothers, I'd be like, I love you. I love you every time. My father, I love you. And then I was like, wait a minute, do I ever say that to my mom? And I was like, I don't think I do. And quickly, I called her just to say, I love you. Because I really do. I don't want you to just see it with my actions. I want you to hear me say it. I'm so grateful if, hey, let me say this right. If you ever call someone, right, and they don't answer, don't get frustrated. Leave a voicemail. Leave a voicemail. Do you know I woke up this morning, I wasn't knowing what I was gonna do, and I could hit on my phone play, and I could say, "Hi." It's gonna say, "Hi, this is your father. Just calling to see how you're doing." And it just y'all see what just happened there? It's that for me. Leave a fucking voicemail. Or if you're thinking about somebody, right? Pick up your phone. Everybody's phone got a camera, and just say, "Hey, girl, what up, guy? Whatever it is. I was thinking about you." And I just want you to see my face and hopefully bring a smile to your face. I'm not telling you what to say, but you know how you talk to people. Do that. You never know how it puts a smile on anybody's face. I'm smiling just thinking about y'all doing it. Like, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Like I just if I have your number, I shoot you a text and be like, "Hey, what's up, Grand Rising? Good morning. Hope your day." Even if you come in my early morning or nighttime meditation, I'm talking to you there. I love people and I love to talk. And I don't just talk to hear the sound of my voice, but I love to talk. Like I want to say, whenever I say something, I want to be um I want to spread light, love, and positivity. That's what I want. Like if you're thinking about doing a YouTube, anybody I talk to about doing a YouTube, anybody I talking to about like streaming, like I want you to know, like you could do it. Even if you just go live, and be like, hey, I'm gonna go live. You gonna see me there. You gonna see me there. I'll be sitting there, and I'll have a whole conversation with you because we all gonna win. Everybody winning in 2022. How is everybody winning? Somebody got to lose. Says who? Even if the person who lose, I'm gonna be like, hey, you could do this and you'll win again. Hey, we win. I would just want everybody. If you've experienced a global fucking pandemic for 2 years and 23 days and you ain't thinking about winning, you ain't thinking about being better, you ain't thinking about letting go of shit that you've been carrying around your whole fucking life. What's going on? I'm no longer in survival mode. I'm living. I survived. Like literally last September. September would have been my last September would have been my last month here. That would have been my last video. Like, hey, y'all, I'm not feeling well. So you think I'm gonna play around with the time that I got left here? It's a no. Mm, it's a no. Anytime I do a video, I'm gonna make sure I'm dropping gems, sharing resources. I'm gonna give. I told my little brother, I said I feel like I just need to give. Like I be talking about therapy all the time because I went to art therapy, physical therapy. I went to therapy. I went to therapies, like therapies. The greatest therapy I went through, Trish, I hope you still here. The greatest therapy I went to is EMDR, eye movement desensitization. I don't even know what it is, but I went to that greatest one. It helped me. And I know you probably like, oh, I can't go to therapy because I go to church. I give it to Jesus. Listen, it'll bring balance in your life. Jesus and therapy. And if you want to really get healed, like if you really want to like find peace, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, whoever you serve, therapy and meditation. It's like the Holy Trinity. I'm trying to tell you that's the Holy Trinity. It will bring it all full circle. Can you imagine if everybody out here was like walking around like peaceful, like not wanting to fight each other or harm each other? Like it it amazes me, right? How so many people grow up in church and there still be some, I don't know, not to the church people or religious people, but y'all know they be keeping up a whole lot of hell, but be having Jesus at the same time. I'm gonna tell you this, right? Meditation, therapy helped me so much. It helped me get to, I'm gonna say it helped me get to 41 because it did. It did. Had I not went to art therapy when I was younger, I definitely probably would not be talking. I know that for sure. I would not be talking. I definitely know that. Cause like I told you, I stopped talking for 2 years, and then when I turned 18, I had a stroke and a nervous breakdown at the same time. Completely lost the ability to do everything. Literally, I was just there. And they was trying to show me how to hold a spoon, how to feed. I literally had to redo it all over again. And had I not went to art therapy, I remember my art therapist's name and everything. That lady saved my life. That's how I knew therapy was going to work for me. Therapy saved my fucking life. Physical therapy. They looked me in my fucking face and said, you will never walk or talk again. Never. They put emphasis on the never. And for a split second, I was like, wait a minute. Who the fuck is you to tell me what I could do? Do y'all hear me? I'm 41. I'm talking and I walk. I might have a slight, drag of my right leg, but I'm walking. I'm walking. And I want to thank my therapist, my art therapist for that because she was like, no, that's not true. You could talk. I don't even know if she was lying to me, but her telling me I could talk. I'm talking. And I'm gonna tell y'all an even crazier thing. This is how I knew that I was going to be a singer. Now I might not be like Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, Adele status, but I'm gonna be Chelle status. That's the status I'm gonna be at because this is how I knew. The first verbalization I was able to do was sing. I started singing before I actually started talking. Craziest shit ever. I know you're probably thinking like, how the fuck did that happen? I don't even fucking know. But my art therapist, she had to be a fucking angel. She had to be. I'm trying to tell y'all some miraculous shit happened in my life. You're looking at a fucking miracle. I'm trying to tell you. So when I'm telling you, give yourself permission to heal, let go, say fuck it. I don't fucking care. Give yourself permission to talk about the fucked up shit that happened to you because listen, you cannot heal from something you will never address. If you will never address it, you can't heal from it. That's philosophy I just created. I know it's probably a real philosophy, but I just figured like you can't heal from something you never address. In all my years of therapy, um, this last one, this last go around, the EMDR, I knew I knew that that was going to be the molestation. I knew it was. I knew because that was the only thing that I was holding on. It was like a secret, but it wasn't a secret because everybody knew. But I was holding on to that, and I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna give yourself permission to heal. I was literally holding on to that because I didn't know how I was going to live without it because I carried it around for so long. I didn't know. I didn't know. And then last year happened and I let that shit go and it was just like, I should have did that shit a long time ago. When I tell y'all I was writing and making music and painting and drawing and just it was like it was like that it was that. It was that for me. It was that for me. And now I'm literally sitting right here talking to you and it's just like I literally have nothing. I literally have nothing. Like, Imma say that I'm empty, but not in that sense, but if you know what I'm talking about, like, I have nothing. Greatest feeling ever. Imma just say that. Trish, I wasn't displaying it anywhere, I just do it and put it on the side, but this week, I'm going to start displaying music, art, poetry. That's why I'm reviving my music channel because I can't even put it into words, y'all. That's all I did. That's all I got. It's like I am so clear. I keep saying clear, and there's probably another word that should be there, but I am so clear. Like there's no like before there was a thing in my heart where it's just like I wouldn't apply for positions or I wouldn't apply for speaking engagements or I wouldn't even offer myself. I wouldn't even submit my media kit or I wouldn't even think about doing shit like that. But last year it was just like, no, we have to break it. The only way you can do it is to do it. The only way to do it is to do it. The only way to start a YouTube is to do it. Don't put it off. Don't put it off for another day. I'm going to tell you. Let me give you a little script. Hi, my name is insert your name right there. This is my YouTube channel. On this channel, I'm going to do vlogs, pranks, mukbangs, ASMR, whatever it is you plan to do. Thank you. I just wanted to do this video to get it out the way. Just wanted to do it to get it out the way. Hopefully you tune in. I appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe to whatever social media is. Boom. There you go. I don't know what to say. I just gave you a whole thing to say. Rewind it. Don't put it off no more. Anything you ever want to do in life, 2022 is the year to fucking do it. I'm so grateful. Like, I tested out so much content in 2021. And I'm so grateful that y'all appreciated it, that y'all liked it, and the things that y'all didn't like, y'all tell me. I'm grateful for y'all. Cause now when I say clear, y'all, like I had wanted to previously in my life to plan content out. I wanted to be like, okay, I'm gonna do this on this time at this day. I'm gonna do this, and then I just started doing it. Like every morning, I do meditations at 6. I have on all of my social medias. I do a daily motivation, and then I crossed over into 2022, and I was like, I'm about to plan out everything. Cause when I thought about it, I had uploaded 1,000 videos, 1,000. 1,000 videos I uploaded to YouTube. And that wasn't even my goal. Like I have 200 plus workouts and I never even had a goal for workouts. I was just doing it because I just wanted to be better. And this year, tomorrow morning when I wake up, you're going to get a motivation. You're going to get a workout. Wait, we're going to start the day with meditation. Then you're going to get a motivation. Then you're going to get a workout. And then you're going to get another video. And then it's going to be on my music channel. I'm doing song versation. And then we're going to come back here and do nighttime meditation. I'm giving everything. I'm literally giving everything. I have asked the last 2 years and I was still successful. So in my mind, I don't know about your mind, but in my mind, it say if I was successful and I was half assing, let me go ahead and put all of my time and energy into this shit and it's gone. You see my hand? That's where we going. All 2022. Whatever my mind could think of, that's what I'm gonna do. Cause I held myself back for too fucking long. Give yourself permission to get out of your own fucking way. You probably watching this like I would be a good ass streamer. I could talk. I got shit I've been through in my life. You should. And you should. I'm gonna tell you, you should. I ain't gonna tell you not to do. I'm gonna tell you, you should. Any content you see on my channel and you feel like you want to do it, do it. Tag me. Let me know. If I'm already following you, I already got my notifications on. I'll be there. Hey, I'm glad you're doing it. When I started seeing all these people doing meditation, I was like, okay, because we don't tap into meditation. Some of us meditate every day, but we don't tap into meditations. Why not? When I was changing the content on my YouTube, I wasn't thinking like, oh, no, I'm not about to do this because I don't know. I gave y'all authentically me. Oh shoot. Song title. Do you see it just falling out the air right now? Authentically me. That's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. I, hmm. You ever been so excited where you just I don't have nothing. And y'all know I love words. I literally have nothing. I just been trying to think like, how could somebody just be so like hmm, how could my life go from being there to like this? And you would think that I was really rich or something. I'm not rich. I mean my bills are taken care of. I'm good. But to be able to just know that you have grown a whole lot and hmm, I know I got more growing to do. I'm about to be 50 in like 8 years. I'm gonna turn 42 in June. But man, when I tell you crossing over in the fourth, like I thought like Give yourself permission to fucking live. That's what I'm gonna say. Don't put numbers on it. Don't do any of that shit. Because when I cross over to 30, let me tell y'all my plan for 30s. I was like, I'm gonna go to the sperm bank. I'm gonna have me a baby. I'm just gonna be out here successful, being good. That was my plan for 30. That was my family. Everybody know that was my plan for 30. And then life didn't happen like that. But I started going to therapy and changing my whole fucking life. And now I'm walking into 40. I'm 42 this year. And I was just like, oh, life just keeps getting fucking better. The more I was so consumed with my life is so fucked up. I went through this and I shoulda. Why the shit? It's like I was just like shrinking on the inside. I was shrinking. But when I started to see like the positive and shit, like when I just changed my perspective on things, it was just like life fucking opened up for me. Life. So I see like people like Oprah and Deepak Chopra and Ayana Van Zant and all of those people can like see like shit because it's like once you change this perspective of every day you get up, you got to go to work or you got to go to school or wherever you the fuck you got to go, you always be like, damn, I gotta go here, and you already putting that energy out. When I get up in the morning, I'm gonna tell y'all what I sing. I'm actually gonna turn this into a song, but it's already a song, but I'm gonna record it for y'all live on YouTube. This is my song. Why did I do that? I'm gonna have a great day. A great day, a great day, a great day. And then when I get hype, I'll be like, I will have a great day. Hey, a great day. And every day be a great day for me. The first 23 days of 2022 has been great for me. Every day is a great day. You got to change the way you see it. Change the way you see it. I be thinking like, you know what? I used to be but every day I wake up and just be grateful. Grateful for the opportunity to breathe. When I see my nieces and nephews, I'm grateful for the opportunity to share more wisdoms, to share love. Talking to my brothers and just be like, grateful. Most importantly, I am out here loving myself. That is like, woo, that is the best. Give yourself permission to love yourself. I'm gonna tell you something else that we don't do. You probably like, I do it. Respect. We don't respect ourselves. And why do you say that? Because you know right now, you probably in your mind was like, I wish a motherfucker would disrespect me. But let me say this, right? If you've ever done something that you said that you wasn't going to do, but you did it so that somebody else would be okay, you disrespected yourself. You probably don't look at it as disrespect. That ain't disrespect. I was just making sure that looking out for them, making sure they was good. You disrespected yourself. Especially if you said you was never gonna do something. You ever had, I'm never gonna do that. Never. My granny always used to be like, never say, never, if you hear about somebody's situation, never say what you're gonna do because you'll never know what you'll do until you get in that situation. And she was right. She was, those older people a lot of times be right. I remember my mom used to try to tell me who my friends. I remember my mother used to tell me who were my friends and who wasn't my friends. And you know, when you at the age you thinking like, what you know? But don't parents be knowing? They tell you who you should date and who you shouldn't date, and sometimes they be knowing. They be knowing. Give yourself permission to listen. Listen. Give yourself permission to listen. You know you don't eat that chocolate cake at 12 o'clock at night. Listen to yourself. Eat it tomorrow for breakfast. Don't eat it tomorrow for breakfast. Give it to one of the kids or something. Don't give it to the kids. I don't know. Listen. You don't eat that late night snack. Listen. Listen to yourself. Sometimes it just takes discipline. 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 I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Um y'all don't have to, but y'all do. And I appreciate that. That's Trish. That's what I'm saying. Trish, let me ask you a question. I see you went back to no photo. What happened? What happened? People pleasing, definitely. I told y'all I didn't love or respect myself, but I was out here like, yeah, I love and respect myself. But then I was just thinking, like, when I start to really understand, how would I say I'm not gonna do something and then somebody call me 2 seconds later and then I'm up and doing it? It's a no for me. Not no. 22. It's a no has become my new theme song. It's a no. It's a no for me. It's a no. You think I'm gonna go out of my way to make you happy and I'm not happy? It's a no for me. Happiness and peace is my two things all 2022. I'm telling you, if you're not in a state of peace, when you get there, you will totally understand. You don't want you ever have a day off of work, right? It's your off day, right? You don't want to do nothing but just sit on your off day. People, and that seemed like that'd be the one time everybody wanted you all while you at work. People like, people don't call you, they don't do none of that. But the one day you get off, people want to call you, girl, you want to go to the mall? Hey, bro, we about to go play basketball. And you just like, I just want to rest. I just want to rest. I started just watching shows. Like I realized I pay wait a minute, Netflix, okay, I pay a lot of money for these subscriptions, right? And I don't even be watching them because I don't know, I wasn't watching them. Then I seen a message today that said Netflix was going up. I said, "Oh, now Netflix, y'all getting a little, cause y'all already charging me 18. I think it's like $19 already. What y'all going up to? Y'all don't have live TV. Y'all don't have. I mean, Hulu got give me Showtime and Stars. I think Stars and Showtime. Hey, Jamela, you ain't called me today. But Hulu have Stars and Showtime. What's the other? Amazon offer me other stuff outside of just the platform. You just offer me movies and documentaries. I mean, you got to step it up with all these other ones because if you don't, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to let you go because yeah, I had to let you go. Spotify even offer videos now, so I get music and videos. Netflix, if you're watching, probably not, but if you're watching, you got to step your game up. I mean, I'm not gonna no. It's a no. It's a no for me. It's a no. But I appreciate y'all. Ooh, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. This has been giving yourself permission. Give yourself permission to feel, to laugh, to cry, to let go, to be strong, to be weak, to not be okay. I think that's the one we don't talk about a lot. Give yourself permission to not be okay. You don't have to be okay all the time. You don't. That's why it's so many people out here that's like having so many people out here having situations because they're not okay. You're not okay. It's okay if you don't be okay. You should definitely tell somebody if you're not feeling okay because someone can help you. Wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't know that they had Flamin' Hot Cool Ranch Doritos. Those are my two favorites. Oh, God. I will not go to the store and get some Flamin' Hot Cool Ranch Doritos. I won't. I'm not. I'm just saying. When I tell you that was the greatest thing when that I realized, like I said last year, I'm gonna say it again this year. I had this complex, and it might not be a complex for you, but it was a complex for me. It was a strong black woman complex because all I seen in my life was strong black women, but I saw them struggle. Like when I said, I learned silence from my mother. Like I watched my mother go through so much I watched my mother go through so much shit. Like I told my brother today a memory that I had. I was like, my mother is a real life ride or die. Like ride or die, like real life. And I just thought like, and I just watched her like be silent. Like she could say so much and change the course of shit with just her words, but she just was silent. And for me, that was like strength. That was like, I'm not saying that it's not strength, but that for me is what I interpreted as strength. And then I said to myself, like, that shit ain't for me. You ever heard them people on TikTok be like, I am not my mama and I am not my grandma. No, I'm not. Mm-mm. And I'm taking on this new thing in 2022. Again, if you bring shit to my doorstep, hey, I used to be silent. I used to let a lot of shit just slide. But I realized when you be silent and people just feel like they can say and do any kind of thing, listen, not in 2022. I'm ready for you. I done had 40 something years to prepare for a time such as this. I'm ready. It's it's been time. I'm giving everything that you give. I'm giving it back to you in 2022. We not doing that. It's a no. It's a no. Holding adults accountable, holding everybody accountable. I hold myself accountable, so I'm gonna hold everybody accountable. Why not? You think that you're gonna talk to me any kind of way? No, it's a no for me. You think you're gonna pick up the phone and call and gossip? It's a no for me. Girl, I used to be, it's a no for me. Not into I gotta protect these. I gotta protect them. I wasn't really trying to protect them before because I was trying to no, not no, it's a no. It's a no for me. I have places I'm trying to go in 2022 and I don't need that. I don't. I always been one of those people like, you know what? I make a decision like I try to weigh the pros and cons before I even do something because I, I know that I'm big and bad enough to if whatever I do I can handle the consequences. But some shit, if I don't feel like I can handle the consequences, I'm just not gonna do it. That's just me. I'm not gonna do it and I'm not gonna say it. That's why I say this is Chelles Closet, Midwsthumnbrd TV, whatever platform you watch it on. Anytime you see me on the mic, I'm gonna talk about every fucking thing. And I can handle whatever anybody say. Like if I told y'all half of the shit, if I showed y'all half of the shit people be saying to me, listen, hi, my name is Chelle. I appreciate you watching my whatever I'm broadcast on. I appreciate that. If you decide that you don't want to watch and you unsubscribe or you unfollow, I appreciate you for the time that you are being here. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to pander. I'm not. You are here because something in me connected with you and we here. Hi, Renee. Renee is a long time supporter too. She been here for a minute too. She been here for a minute. Renee is when I tell y'all the people that's been rocking with me from like 4 years ago. I actually the 22nd, which is yesterday, was my YouTube anniversary. Um, I came back to YouTube. I looked at my music channel today because I'm upgrading. I'm upgrading, elevating everything. I'm doing changing all of the content. I'm making my brands all matching everything. But I looked at it and my one of my videos said 15 years ago. 15 years ago, I was on YouTube singing, dancing, doing all kinds of stuff 15 years ago. And then I stopped. And the moment I stopped, it was like, you get a milli, you get a milli, 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 milli. That should tell you that I don't do it for the money. I'm literally at a place in my life where if it doesn't move me, if it doesn't move me, I'm literally not moving. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. I don't give my little brother be like, "Ah, you need money, you got us." Like, listen, bro, it's when you get to a certain place in life, you understand that it's about connections. It's about relationships. Money, you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't, if that relationship you have with that person is shitty, yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I'm so happy to see Renee. Like if y'all knew like Renee when she first came and like now I just I just told y'all just one. I just need one person. I just said I need one person, and I would look in the mirror every day and I say, "You are that one person." When I said my entire life I was looking for love, and then I looked in the mirror and said to myself, "The one person I wanted to love me was me." Oh, if y'all could imagine like the tears, the ugliest cry ever. Just think about the ugliest cry you ever had. That's what happened to me. Like you think about like people out here that go from relationship, marriage to marriage, all of these different things, right? There is something that they are missing, something that they are in search of, something. And if we give ourselves permission to take a step back and say, what is it? What is my why? You will figure that out. After the situation happened with me last year, people was like, "Oh, you should go on a date. You should do all this." Now I'm gonna tell y'all, I've been watching these. I have watching the news. Be watching stuff, and then I'm just like, "And y'all want me to date?" It's a no for me. No Tinder, no Bumble, no TikTok, no YouTube, no. It's a no for me. If I don't know you in real life and person, it's a no for me. You good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, it's so sweet. It's a no for me. No. I am at a point in my life where it's like I had to heal. I don't want to who wants to bring baggage into something new? Who literally wants to do that? Like people do that all the time, but who really wants to do that? Like I want to go into my next relationship and just be clear, like start fresh and new, like that. When you think about stuff like that, it just be like, because like I know my worth now. I knew it then, but I know it like I for damn sure know it right now. Like I'm not accepting less. No, it's a no. I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. That is so funny. When I be hearing people talk about that, that is so funny. I know what I bring, and I know who I am. Number one, I know who I am. So I know I deserve more. So I'm not settling. I'm going to, live until that more comes and then, y'all might see it or you might not. You probably might not cuz y'all saw what happened with the last one. No, but I'm going to share with y'all. I've been sharing everything with y'all again because I want you to know that you are not alone. You might be in a really horrible season of your life, but guess what? I was there too, but right now I'm living. I'm living and I'm going to share it all with y'all because y'all saw me sad, heartbroken. Y'all saw me at my worst. Oh. Hmm. Sorry, y'all. Song lyrics. At my worst. Now join me. I knew it was gonna be a day. I didn't know the day or the time, but I knew it was gonna be a day where I could get back to just writing and just. I was in the shower today. I was like, you know what? I am actually a published author. I'm real life a published author. I had poems published. I wrote a book, and uh, I scored a documentary. I'm just really. I was thinking today, like about all of the shit that I've done in my life, and it was just like I've never celebrated any of them. Never. Like I did it, and I never talked about it again. Like y'all saw me celebrate this documentary because that was pretty huge for me, and it's still streaming on HBO Max. But I never really celebrated anything. I didn't celebrate birthdays. I didn't celebrate anything. This year, I'm turning up for everything. Everything, everything. Give yourself permission to celebrate. I didn't realize what not celebrating did to me, but I'm celebrating everything. Everything. When the end of the month, I'm celebrating that. Black History Month, celebrating that. I'm celebrating everything. Why? Because I can. And you should. You should celebrate your wins. I celebrated my losses. Ooh. Celebrate. Last year I lost so much, but I learned from the losses. I learned. Oh, I most definitely learned. If y'all can't tell how much I learned, I fucking learned. I learned. A lot of shit I had to learn the hard way, but hey, you live and you learn. And here I am, still being great. Here you are, being great with me. I'm telling you, if you're watching this, you already on the road to greatness. You was already on the road to greatness before you met me, but we on the road together to greatness. Thank y'all for I done said this how many times. Thank y'all for joining me. I truly appreciate it. I real life really, really do appreciate it. Cause you could be anywhere and you right here. And I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I'm not trying to go into my time for nighttime meditations. Um, but yeah, if you are on YouTube, if you're not on YouTube, if you feel free to go over to YouTube and check out the community tab and vote for your favorite song. I hope that one day, as I'm doing this Saturday night vibe, somebody will be like, you know what? I'm gonna sing a song. I voted for one of my favorite songs, and I'll come on and I'll sing that song. I hope. I hope. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. Thank you. That is. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I realized. I realized that I had no control. I call myself turning my emotions off. If you are one of those people, you can't turn that off. You already know. You still be crying. I I realized that last year I cried so much. I was crying at everything. I'm laughing now, but I'm crying laughing. I literally cried at so much stuff, and then it dawned on me. It was like you never cried about. I never cried. I never felt anything about anything. It was just it is what it is. It's like it don't affect me, but it was affecting me, and now when when shit happens, I deal with it in that moment. I allow myself to be whatever emotion I am, and then I move past it. When I tell y'all that is the sweetest thing ever, is that spot where you could be like, oh, I'm angry. Why am I angry? What happened to make me angry? What when you go down the rabbit hole of that and then you get to the bottom of it, be like, okay, what's next? I'm telling y'all, it's the greatest thing. Give yourself permission to let that shit go. Don't carry it. Don't go to sleep with it. Don't take it over to the next day. Let that shit go. Leave it in today. Whatever fucking happened today, say what the fuck you need to give yourself permission to say what the fuck you need to say today and give yourself permission to let that shit go. Don't carry that on. Don't. Because then next thing you know, it'll be 5 years, 6 months, and 3 days, and you still carrying that shit around. Don't do it. Take it from somebody who carried around shit for a long time. Let it go. If you are watching this, it gets better. Hmm. It gets better. Um, that's all I got. Remember that it is important for you to use your words. That is the only way. I know you probably be feeling like, hey, they was with me for a long time. They been my bro, my sister, my cousin, whatever for a long time. My mama, she should already know, but I'm gonna tell you this: use your words. That is the only way that anyone will ever know what you are feeling and what you are thinking. I will never let a live video, hi Tasha, anything I present to you go out without me telling you to love yourself. Love yourself. I don't mean just say, oh, I love you. No, love yourself. Don't disrespect yourself. Love yourself. If you are in a situation where you know that you don't want to be there, get out. Get out. Give yourself permission to leave. Get out. If you are thinking that what you're doing is going to change somebody, give yourself permission to leave, because it's not. It won't. It's not. That person have to make up in their mind that they want better and change. You can do any and everything that you want to, and if that person haven't made up in their mind, they're gonna still do the same shit. Know yourself. You know what you like, you know what you don't like, you know what you deserve, you know what you don't deserve. Don't accept the bare minimums. Don't accept it. I'm gonna be alone. You need to be alone. Give yourself permission to be alone. Spend some time with yourself. 2 fucking years and 23 days we survived. We are surviving, currently surviving a global fucking pandemic. You should want to be the best form of yourself. And then right there, I'm going to say, trust yourself. You know what's best for you. You know, again, what you want, what you don't want. You know where you want to go, where you don't want to go. You know that. You feel that. You dream about it. Trust yourself. And for the love of humanity, just fucking be yourself. Don't be LeBron. Don't be Oprah. Don't be Beyonce. Don't be none of those people. Just be whoever you are. Be yourself. Why? Because I need you. You need you. We need you. I'm going to do it like this. You need you. I need you. We need you. In case you need a friendly reminder, we are still currently, presently, I just said, 2 years and 23 fucking days surviving a global, still, presently, right now, today, a global fucking pandemic. 2 years, 23 days. I bet you a year ago you didn't think that we was going to be surviving it for 2 years. This is all I'm saying. We don't know how the rest of this year is going to play out. We only 23 days in. So right here, I'm going to say, if you haven't already, go get you some toiletries, get you some non-perishable food items, put a little money to the side, get you some disinfectant, stock up, because we don't know. I don't know. You don't know. We don't know. They sure in hell don't know. If y'all, they don't know. Anyways, I love you. If no one has told you in the first 23 days of 2022, I will be the first to tell you. I love you. I believe in you, and you have everything you need to be successful right in here. No money, nothing. All you have to do is have the love, the knowledge, the belief, and the ability to put your thoughts into words, and you could have whatever you want. That's all I got. I love you. I love you. I'm gonna say that again. I love you. I love you. If you are watching this, it gets better. It gets better. I love you. Until next time, peace.